Welcome to the Money Watch Show. It's Thursday, May 30th, and we are here trying to help you make better financial decisions, or maybe help you out of a jam, or make your dream come true, or maybe crush your dream. I've done that before. I don't think I've been such a dream crusher lately, Mark, have I? I feel like that's Mark Talerso, a CFP, Certified Financial Planner.
I am not the dream crusher.
But do you think that we've been, I think, a little more generous? We've been getting people who have maybe realistic goals.
Yeah, I don't think you've crushed anything lately. Maybe in the beginning of the year, but it's been a while.
It's been a while, maybe. But, I don't like to say dream crusher as much as reality check. How about that? That I can do. Anyway, that's Mark Talerso. He's the co-host. I am Jill Schlesinger, and we love to hear your dreams, and we want to help you make them realities. But if we think you're veering off course and going to put yourself in a bad place, we're going to tell you. So if you'd like us to weigh in on some big decision in your life, or maybe you're at a crossroads, maybe you're thinking, I got to choose between two different jobs. Maybe you're thinking about going back to graduate school. Maybe anything that's going on, we'd love to hear from you. Go to our website, JillOnMoney.com, and click on the Contact Us button. And when you complete the form, that's the email that we receive. If you'd like to join us live, just check the box and Mark does everything else. While you're on the website, don't forget, we've got all sorts of great content there, a bunch of free stuff, other shows. We've got videos, we've got resources, the free weekly newsletter, and my book, The Great Money Reset, which is now out in paperback, inspired by you guys. All right, today we are talking to Kathy, who's on the line from Michigan. Hello, Kathy. What's going on?
Hi, Jill. Hi, Mark. Well, we've been retired for 5 years, and we are realizing we don't like winters in Michigan.
That's shocking.
I know. Too cold.
Okay. How old are you guys?
We're both 66.
And you retired 5 years ago. Do you have pensions or other income? Like, how did you get to retire at 61?
Well, it wasn't easy. I have a small pension, and we've been living off of savings. And my husband got a small job at Home Depot, making a little bit of extra money for golf.
Oh my gosh. So the small pension plus part-time income, are you guys receiving Social Security yet?
No, we're waiting till full retirement age.
Okay. How much is the income right now between the pension and the part-time income?
About $28,000 a year.
Okay. And so when you said we were living off savings, how much more do you need to get kind of like fulfill the cash flow needs? What do you need?
$42,000.
Okay. So did you actually have it in savings? Were you pulling money out of a retirement account?
Yeah, it's a joint account.
Is there still money left in that or not?
There is. There's $100,000 left in there.
Okay. And what will your Social Security benefits be at your full retirement age?
Okay. His is $34.41 a month, and mine is $2,078 a month.
Okay.
So that's about $66,000 a year.
Mm-hmm. And that'll do you, right? Like, in addition to your pension, can he stop
Correct.
working? Or are you going to make him continue to work part-time?
No, he told me yesterday he was quitting. I told him, no, he's not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
I love that.
Not until we start collecting, which it would be April for me. So he's got to do it yet, but
you'll have $5,500 in income. You'll have the small How much is the pension? Your pension?
It's $18,000 a year.
Oh, that's not nothing.
No, so together, all of it would be $84,000.
Yeah, that's kind of good. I love that. So, in addition to the money in savings, that $100,000, what else do you have?
Well, there's $42,000 in a Chase account.
That's just like a savings account, or what?
Just savings.
Okay, what else?
$417 in my Roth IRA.
Okay, $417. That's a good number.
And then $284 in his Roth IRA.
Okay.
And then $143 in a traditional IRA.
Okay, great. And the house in Cold, Michigan, how much is that worth?
Yeah, it's cold. $350,000.
And is the goal to sell that house and move somewhere south, or do another house?
Another house.
Where did you hear my little?
I did. Florida.
Is there a mortgage left on the house or not?
No, it's been paid off for a long time.
Okay. So in Florida, what would you have to pay to be in a place that you would love or like?
Well, love would be probably 400,000. Like would probably be 300,000.
Okay. And what's your game plan? How do you think you're going to do that?
Cash.
Out of what cash?
One of the Roths, maybe. Like basically take our savings down to, I know, 500,000 or 600,000.
Can't you rent? Can't you just rent in Florida for a few months a year?
I hate renting. I hate living out of a suitcase. I hate not having a yard. I hate all of that.
Mark, can you please hop in here if you need to? But I mean, what you're suggesting is that, for example, your $400,000 Roth IRA, you say, okay, Jill, that's gone. We're going to take the money out of that. We're buying a place outright in Florida. And now what we have left, just so I understand that this is like the game plan for you guys. And now what we have left is the traditional, the 284 in the Roth, the savings, and our paid off house. And, I know you have the $100,000 that you're living off now, but like, okay. And then am I to presume that when you say you need $42,000 a year, that doesn't include the upkeep of a second home, does it?
No, and the 42,000 is just to get us to our guaranteed income. So once the guaranteed income kicks in at 84,000, we only need about 60,000 to live off of. So that leaves me 22,000. I'm thinking for taxes in Florida, golf, plants, cars. Our living expenses are really low here.
Mark, how are you feeling about this game plan? I'm about to feel like the dream crusher. So help me preserve Kathy's game plan.
Perhaps it's appropriate. We talked about that today.
Yeah.
You crushing dreams. Yeah. It's tough to see how it works. Keeping the house in Michigan.
I mean, because what I'm worried about is, what you need today is like, okay, yes, 42,000. Yes. But, we do have inflation to account for. And when we lose the $400,000 that's growing, because remember, what's the whole point of investing is to, grow your money faster than the inflation rate. I'm a little concerned that we don't have our arms around what this really would be. Okay. Can I give you a middle ground that we could potentially consider?
Sure.
Okay. Take a deep breath with me, Kathy. Take a deep cleansing breath. Okay. What if you said, I know I hate renting, but why don't I try to do a long-term rental, right? She hates it already, for a couple of seasons and just see. And then you get a better sense of really what would the expenses be down there.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I mean? Like,
I know. Yeah, I've thought of that. Like maybe going because the longest we've gone is a month and it's like, okay. But we could go for 2 months, see how that goes.
Yes.
And,
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like there's not because I do think that you are well, like you said, you've laid it out, right? So, you have when you have the cash flow to do this, right? You have, it's really more like, right. So $7,000 a month that you'll have, but I feel like we don't really know. Like, I don't know what it's going to mean for you to do this. I went down to Florida. I loved it so much. I don't even know why I'm keeping my house up north. Or it's like, wow, I thought it was going to be way cheaper in Florida. And actually, all those idiots from New York who are your friends, Jill, have driven up the price of everything. And it's actually pretty expensive. I would say that a second home is, and also like, by the way, Florida is a place where there's tons of rentals all over the place. So you actually have the ability to like experiment and see what you like. And then you're not using up all this money. You've saved all this great money. Yeah. Oh my God. It's like, I feel like you're in very good shape. And like you said, once you get to your full retirement age, you are in such a, I don't know, like you really are in like, looks like Fat City, and then you've got the 700 grand in Roth IRAs, the traditional, you'll dribble drabble that money out. But like, this to me is a time where you start to be a little bit more conservative, not swinging for the fences. And if all of a sudden you're like, I love something, but you're really familiar with it and you know exactly where you want to be. And now you've got like more of the idea around what these expenses really are. I don't know.
Well, part of it is the conservative. Like right now, 77% of my Schwab account is just in a money market fund because I'm so afraid of losing money. And I'm thinking this house in Florida would also be a way to not have it in the market, but maybe have some appreciation on the house. And then if we didn't like it, we just turn around and sell it.
I guess so. But then you've taken the money out of the Roth environment. And
Right.
I would kind of rather you be like, the fact that you're not invested is a problem to begin with. To think like, what is my hedge against inflation is to buy something that's gone up 50% in value in the last 5 years. I don't know. That
Right.
doesn't seem like the smartest thing to me either.
Right. I know. You're right.
I don't want to be your dream crusher. Don't spend a nasty winter in Michigan. Go to Florida for a couple of months or go for 3 months. Go and say like, you know what are the worst months? January, February, March?
Yep.
All right. So go rent for 3 months and see what it's like.
Yeah.
And don't let him quit yet. Just to
Oh no,
mess
one
with
more
him.
year. I
One
know.
more year. And then you can, I think that we can really get you where you want to go, which is I want to escape the bad winter, right?
Right.
But we don't want to blow your future by taking all the money out of your Roth. Now, the secondary problem is, which I know that I'm probably not going to convince you now, but like that money should not be in cash. That is long-term money that should not be in cash.
It's making 5.17%. No.
Great. What happens next year so by the way, congratulations. That's good. And, of course, markets have gone roaring higher.
I know.
So we're not, listen, I was just on TV this morning. Everyone thought I was a genius for saying this. This is something that every financial ding dong like me says. Timing the market does not work. Time in the market works. Meaning you have to stay invested. You cannot second guess yourself.
I know. I'm afraid.
I know. Well, how can we get you less afraid? Because by the way, investing in real estate, this is like a ballsy and a little bit extreme move. So what is it that's going to give you some comfort? Like 5%. If you love 5%, then buy some bonds. At least get right. So buy some bonds in the Roth account. Where's the Roth held?
Schwab.
Buy a Schwab bond fund.
Yeah, I could do that.
And, and get that money reinvested and get some of that money in the stock market. And let's give yourself a few years to experiment down in Florida and let's see where you land. You're going to call me next. You're going to basically call me in the middle of the winter. You're going to be like, hey, how's that cold New York winter, Jill? I am in West Palm. Things are awesome here. We just got off the golf course.
Right.
And if you get down there and you find like, if all of a sudden you're like, wow, we found a great thing. We found something that's even better, or we can be in a long-term rental. Like you got to be down there to figure out what it is that is really going to work for you.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree
right.
with that. And we're not in a hurry. I mean, it's not like we have to do it tomorrow. So I do agree with that.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Do you have some grown kids? Do you have other things going
3,
on?
but they're gone. They're not asking for any money.
Thank God. And what about aging parents?
Do have an aging mother. She's 95, but she's still in her own home, and we all take turns, and we're keeping her there as long as we can.
Oh, good. That's great. She's in Michigan with you guys?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, another reason not to just blow off Michigan.
Yeah,
Michigan's nice in the summer, I hear.
It's
Very nice.
beautiful today. I thought about Mark, and I want to tell him, feed the Blue Jays peanuts, and they won't get us tomatoes.
It's funny you say that because they've left behind, I see some peanut shells.
Well, every morning when we feed the squirrels, the Blue Jays are the first to get them.
Wow. Good to
See
know.
that? Good to know. All right, Kathy, take care of yourself. Make sure all your documents are in place. Don't go buy a house in Florida, and don't worry, you'll get there. It's all going to be good. If you, like Kathy and her husband, are itching to have your dream realized or crushed, I'm not even crushing the dream. All I'm doing is saying we have a different way to accomplish that dream. See how that goes? Give us a holler. get in touch with us. Go to JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button. Don't forget that while you're on the website, all sorts of great fun things there, including the Jill on Money Live service, which is allowing you to have access to quarterly live webinars and special bonus video content, all for $35. Our next Jill on Money Live will be focused on Social Security claiming strategies. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have an expert that's going to knock your socks off. So $35, a full year. Next up, we're doing Social Security. Yay! Mark Tallarico was the co-host and executive producer, as well as the king of all things web at Jill on Moneyland. We are distributed by Paramount Global. We drop our episodes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Please leave us a rating and review wherever you listen. And of course, try to do something nice for someone else today. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.